Angel can spin.
I can just spin, but I can't do any fancy tricks. We don't. I mean, like I'm not. I can't do anything fancy. I can. All I can do is just hang from it.
Okay.
You know, so you hang from it.
Well, all
like,
I
that's
did was
all I
put
can
my
do.
legs over it, so I basically just.
Oh, well, you can do. Well, all you,
your trick was even more exciting than anything.
yeah, I'm sure it was more exciting than mine.
I
can climb the silk. Well,
I can look at it and touch it.
So yeah, so you kind of.
I'm seriously, I'm the opposite of Lane. Lane is like the exact opposite of me.
Basically. Okay, so we spoke to one of the stars of the show. We spoke to the choreographer of the show. We are immersing ourselves in rock and roll debauchery here on Off-Broadway in New York City. We're at 42 West, which is this really swanky, awesome theater. And but what really happened? What really went into it? How did the show get started? So we're here with the three. Do you call yourselves executive producers, the creators, the?
Yes, although I like to refer to us as the Power of Three.
The Power of Three, the gods and goddesses of New York debauchery. This is Angel, Harold, and Brian. But tell me your last names.
Angel Reed.
Angel Reed.
Harold Luter.
Harold Luter.
And Brian Campione.
Nice. So did you guys know each other before the show started?
Yes.
Yes. Harold and I are going on about 12 years of friendship, and then I met Angel.
Go ahead, tell the story.
We were filming a web series called The Battery's Down, and we were both in an episode, and Angel was playing
I was hanging upside down off a stripper pole.
off a stripper pole,
Okay.
and I was throwing fake money at her.
Yeah.
Is that how you threw fake money? You just put it all in one hand and then you
put it in one hand and you just kind of let it all go.
Okay.
She flips down and she goes, "Hi, I'm Angel," and I go, "Hi, I'm Brian." And ever since then, we've been best friends.
Nice.
Yes.
I love it. And you didn't do the
No, I didn't. But I remember, that's so funny that I completely forgot about that. But then when you brought it up, I remember him coming home that day and being like, "I met the coolest girl. We're all gonna be friends. You're gonna love her."
Yeah.
Love it.
Fast forward, and then we're in a class and she's teaching. It was like a master class, and that's for Rock of Ages, and that's where I finally met Angel.
Yeah.
And I always still, whenever Don't Stop Believing comes on, I always hear, "Up, right, up, down." And I'm like, yes!
Yeah.
Because there's a section in the
It was
choreography.
part of the choreography how to like really, it was a fast moment that was like dun 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 dun, like a quick punch.
Yeah.
And I was like drilling it into everybody, and Brian and Harold were both like so weird. They were both assistants that day in the room.
Nice.
Yeah, so we all got to do a Rock of Ages master class together randomly 8 years ago.
Yeah. So it had nothing to do with the fact that you're doing rock and roll now. That's just completely
That was
coincidental.
coincidence.
Yeah.
Yes.
It seems like there's a lot of why can't I remember the name? Rock of Ages influencing rock and roll debauchery.
That's actually how I got its start.
Go ahead. No, you're so great at telling.
Okay, so in 2013, Angel called me. She has a not-for-profit called Studio 7 Arts, and she wanted to do a benefit for Studio 7 Arts, and she asked me to direct it, and I go, "Great, that sounds wonderful." We had no idea what we were doing. Come to find out, about a month into us trying to figure out what we're going to do for the benefit, one of her cast members from the original Broadway cast for Rock of Ages, Michelle Mays, was diagnosed with breast cancer. We totally did a 180. We said, okay, we're going to do a benefit for Michelle first and foremost. You know, help raise money for all the expenses, you know, not only for the medicine but also healthcare, and for food, and just helping her out. And we said, okay, we have to call our fancy friends as we call them.
Yeah.
And we ended up calling Dee Snyder from Twisted Sister, who came in to perform.
Hey D.
What's up, D?
What's up, D?
That must be Donald.
Yeah.
All of our friends from Broadway. A lot of the influence was again from Rock of Ages because of that show. So, cut to April 2013, we're at the Cutting Room, and we sell the place
I
out.
played at the Cutting Room.
Oh, you did? Oh.
Thank you very much. I played with a group called White Collar Crime
Wait.
at the Cutting Room.
What do you mean plays? Did you sing?
No, I play guitar and I.
Oh!
Yeah.
Excuse me.
We gotta get you in for the
We've
show!
always wanted a female guitarist in our band.
Yeah, well, let's not. I mean, you don't.
We're gonna get that.
You don't know how many songs I played, how many chords within the one song I played. Like, let's all settle down a little bit with my talent pool. Okay, go on. Thank
Well,
you.
it was just a huge success. We called the night Rock and Roll Debauchery, a benefit for Michelle Mays. And the team was like, "Oh my God, this night is amazing. Can you come back next week?" And we go, "Can't do that, but let's start to create something." So Angel and I sat down, and Harold, and we said, "We really do have something here." But we didn't know what it was, and we didn't know how to even describe what we were going to do. And we went out on a whim and we just created a show with music that we know and with choreography that our choreographer at the time created, and it was a huge success. We started doing it.
This is what year?
This is 2013.
Okay, 2013.
So we had 3 shows in 2013 that were really, really almost back to back. And we knew that we outgrew the size of the kind of, as great as the venue was, we didn't know what or where to go next. Jacob Langenfelder, the executive director of this space, calls one day and says, "Hi, I have this night called Broadway the Hard Way. Would you like to be a part of it?" And we go, "Sure," because we knew that our friend Billy Magnuson, who was in
Into the Woods,
the Disney film, and Lena Hall, who
was on tour
winner for Hedwig.
She was
they were all going to be a part of this night. So we go, "Okay, cool, we'll be a part of it." He goes, "Great, so it's in 7 days." And we go,
And you have a 40-minute time.
it was about a 40-minute time slot, and we thought we had like 10 minutes to do 2 songs or something like that. So we're like, "Oh my god, we have to figure something else out."
Yeah.
So we put it together, and it turned into an incredible night. And ever since then, we've been here at the venue creating new shows for not only the audiences, but also for us.
Yeah.
What do you mean by creating
And
new
it's,
shows?
I mean, it's really been a playground. This venue has really, truly been a playground because the one thing that we've always wanted to do was to have that sort of Vegas show experience in New York. And this venue has allowed us to do that. It's so flexible. And so we created the first show that we created in the space was a show called Freak Show, which was sort of this wild rock carnival, step right up, enjoy the freaks. And then the next show we created was, last year, was Burlesque Dreams. And that was great. Actually, that was just in April. It was like a year ago, and so, and what's really interesting is that every time we've done the show, we've figured out more and more what our voice is.
Right.
And so the last show, we were really putting it together because we had some investors looking at the show for potentially taking it to Atlantic City, and so we cleaned our act up a bit. We gave ourselves a clean polish.
Sure.
And that happened, and then so we went, gosh, that's really not us. We are big, and we're in your face, and it's sexy, and it's raunchy, and it's funny,
all of
and
it.
it's edgy, and when we play it safe, it's just not us. And so this show is it's there. It's huge, and the dance numbers are exciting, the vocals are insane, the story is hilarious.
It's really funny.
Well, do this. Give me a little background on the story.
It's your classical boy meets girl, boy loses girl, boy gets girl backstory.
Just like that.
Just like
It's
that.
like a Hallmark card.
It's like a
basically.
Hallmark.
It's like my life,
Ex-
except for this last part.
Except they go on a wild road trip on the way to their journey together.
It's really funny. I mean, the main focus in our show is always the music. The music is the storyteller for us. Yes, we have a great book by Garth Kravitz. We have all the great choreography. We have all the great aerial work. We have girls in the air. We have these LED screens that have different projections and whatnot. But it really comes down to the music, and it's always been about the music for us. And that's what drives our shows. The audience is interactive in the sense that they can get up, they can sing along to the songs because they know it. We have them up on the stage at certain points. We go out in the audience. The show is extremely interactive, and we never have what that fourth wall is called. The fourth wall, if you don't know
completely break the fourth wall.
If you don't know what the fourth wall is on the stage, if you go to a Broadway musical, most of the times they never interact with the audience. They're in their own little world. Well, we take the show and we put it out into the audience, literally and figuratively. And I think that's one of the things that's really cool about, the concept and how we've been able to create the concept for what rock and roll debauchery is. Or
Right.
we call it R&RD, to make it a little easier to say. So
Hashtag RRD.
we'll just say R&RD for the rest of the combo.
There's something to be said for creating a show in New York City.
Yeah.
Broadway, off Broadway, off Broadway, it matters not. If you could put together a show and then find a way to breathe life into it and let it grow on a stage in New York, on 42nd Street, no
Right.
less,
Right.
that's quite an accomplishment. How do you guys, now you've done a number of shows together, but what does that mean to you?
It's kind of crazy. We definitely have moments. One, we're so tired. We're the three of us the trifecta. We're here at rehearsals and then we don't sleep all night. Our text messages, if you could see them, they start at 6 in the morning and they don't stop until 2 in the morning.
Okay.
And we all sleep for a few hours and get back up and work because we still wear many hats. We're
Lots of
working all the
coffee.
time, but
Lots
the
of
three of us sometimes we're like, who do we think we are? Like, who do we think we are to do this? Like,
Yeah. Every day of my
crazy?
life. Every
Right,
day
do you
of my
think, do you
life.
feel the same way?
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't even know what the hell we're doing.
Yeah,
I don't even know.
right. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah.
We're like, oh my gosh, people are gonna hate us. Like, are we gonna be thrown in jail for this? This is crazy. Like,
I love it.
What are
I
we
love it.
asking people to do? But we have such a belief. At the end of the day, we have such a belief in our art, and we have such a belief in the talents of our friends. And we can see we're experienced. We've been around the block enough in the Broadway community that we can look at our friends and go, you know what? If we take these people and their talents and the live band and the aerialists and Lane Napper, who you just met, and all these amazing people, put all these cooks in the kitchen, we're surely going to get some sort of delicious recipe. And it's a learning process for all of us. We learn new. As you just heard, we sort of became executive producers and creators of the show by accident. But we also started from a great place. We started from a place of caring for Maisie and putting on this benefit concert. And I have to say that there's some karmic stuff happening here too. And that when you have good intentions and you truly believe in the talent, you really believe in your art, and you work hard, and you're putting your best foot forward all the time, something good can come of it. As much as we feel crazy for doing this, it's awesome to see all of. I was thinking about this on the way driving in today. That last night at our rehearsal, it was our first stumble through with the whole cast, and I had this moment looking back where, the mom and me now. My daughter was here too. I looked back and I was like, this is a really awesome moment to look at all of these actors and watch them, these adults, and it's like watching children play. It's watching children play at their best because it's what they do at their best. They're talented and they're in here and they're joyful and it's amazing. It gives you goosebumps. It was amazing to sit back and go, wow, this is what we've done, and we've brought these people together. And whether we're successful or not, at least we can say that we had a little piece of New York City and we get to let our kids play.
So, you guys had 2 weeks worth of rehearsals. It just doesn't seem like a lot. Why were you so rushed to get this on, or is that how scheduling works and timing and the theater availability and everything?
For the most part, when you have a Broadway show, you generally have 2 weeks to get the show up and running. Or if you're going to be put into a show that's already running, you might even have less time.
So, then I'm sure there's more prep before the 2 weeks.
Oh gosh, so technically today is our 41st day of production.
There you go. Now we're going. Yes. Okay.
We started production on this show 41 days ago.
Right.
But to speak to why we decided to do it within 10 days is really what the rehearsal was because we didn't want to. First of all, actors' time is very, very valuable.
Okay.
So we didn't want to waste their time. Because we require so much of their time.
Because these guys were all working on different
Right, because
shows.
they're all working on different projects, So a couple of our cast members literally joined from other projects the day before. So we really wanted to make their time as useful as possible.
Okay.
And also, we've gotten this thing down to a science where we can literally put the show together in 10 days. It's lightning fast. But tonight we'll be having another stumble through, and then tomorrow we'll be doing a dress rehearsal, and then Thursday's the show.
Okay.
But already the show is in amazing shape, and that's what happens when you've been doing something so long. Like I said, we've been in our 41 days of production.
Right.
So we had the schedule set. What's going to happen on every day? What are they going to learn? What are we going to review? What do we where's the time come from if we need to brush up?
Organized.
Well, a lot of it also just comes from professionalism as well. We work with professionals in the industry.
That's what we're missing, Lance. We don't know what the hell
We
we're
have
doing.
a professional host, though.
We do have a professional host.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Right,
everything
and then
after
we
that
have
is
a moron for a
debacle.
producer. But somehow,
No, we do not.
somehow, we ended up, there aren't a lot of other shows that have found rock and roll debauchery.
Right.
But they have, do you have any other shows done 4 hours here?
No.
All right.
So as dumb as I am and as dumb as I
I've
look,
never in a million years called you dumb. I insult you up and down, but I've never called
She's
you
never
dumb.
used the D word.
right, yeah. Stupid.
When did you hold auditions for the show?
We held auditions on September the 26th. 28th.
28th, a Wednesday.
It was a
Wait,
Wednesday.
September 28th, as in like last month?
Yeah, last month.
that fast.
I
It's
am-
lightning fast. It's crazy.
It's mind-boggling to me how quickly this all happens.
Yeah.
So what were you doing the other 40 days?
Setting the schedule, setting budgets, hiring creative staff members,
Going
Yeah,
through
we
this.
hired
going
a
through
creative
the
team
scripts.
first.
Yeah.
And then, because I really don't know, how do you have to apply to a greater Broadway or off-Broadway panel or something to get a show on? How does it even work? I mean, everyone, you could say, hey, you guys have a great idea, and no one, well, who cares? You can't come and play in our playground.
I mean, if you build it, they will come.
How it started. It all comes again from how it started. It's continually growing. And it's growing for a few reasons. Number one is we're very active on social media. All three of us in all different forms, in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Periscope, etc. That helps with getting the word out. The other thing is the performers that we have and the team that we have are all professionals and very well known in the industry. For example, you have Lane Napper, who's our choreographer. Lane is on iCarly and Victorious, and he works on all these different shows, so he has a following. Including our leads, Tracy McDowell, she was on Broadway in both Rent and Motown. Darius Anthony Harper, he did the national tours of Kinky Boots, After Midnight, The Book of Mormon. I know I'm missing a couple other things that he's done. He has a really cool project coming up too, but we can't say what it is.
Obviously, Law and Order, 'cause everyone's going.
That's right. It's a rite of passage. You have to do that.
You know, by the
Have to
way,
do it.
General Wolf,
Uh-huh.
she's going to be on Homeland.
No, we're not talking about it anymore.
You're gonna be in Homeland.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, I am not talking about it anymore.
We could.
I was told it. That's okay.
That,
Oh, I'm
that
sorry.
Whole like.
It's my favorite show. I
24
can't
hours
wait.
side conversation. I know mine too. Don't even get me started.
Good show.
We'll talk about it afterwards.
We'll talk about it after.
That
We
was
will.
some
We will.
coffee.
Coffee on
Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay, so you've got this amazing talent pool, and they believe in you,
Yeah.
and they get you, and they know that they don't have to worry about anything other than what they have to do because you guys have everything together.
Yeah.
It's because we're a family.
Sweet,
We
right.
always call ourselves a family because we're looking out for every single
Yeah.
person. It's not a one-sided. It's never one-sided. It's not I'm just looking out for myself or one of the dancers looking out for themselves. Everyone comes together as a cohesive unit, and our strength is within the bond that our family is.
Are you directing it as well?
Yeah, we're the
These are
co-directors.
the
Oh, you
two
guys are
co-directors.
co-directors.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, so how often do they? I just want to know the butt.
Oh,
the
sure.
headbutting. I want to know.
No,
the
then we have definitely have had our creative differences before, but it's never gotten to the point where the three of us have ever like walked away from the project. If anything, I think the differences that we've had some intense or heated conversations. Oh, and this is another thing: we don't ever fight in front of the children. We don't ever have quarrels or disagreements. We always say that we have to come in and be a united front because we want. When we're in front of our cats, we want them to see, or at least have the illusion that we really know what we're doing and that we're a united team and that we have our back. We don't ever bring any problems in front of them. But we try our best. I mean, we're not perfect.
Jenna has the exact opposite approach.
We're making ourselves sound too good. But I mean, no, we've definitely had our moments where we need to walk away and cool down and work it out. But it's really strengthened our friendship and our creative process too.
Yeah. I think what makes it interesting is that we all have such different experiences. We all come from such different backgrounds, and I think that's what makes it all work.
Yeah.
I'm like a studier. I've studied everything. To like directing, choreography. Editing, like everything to learn about this business and to be in this business. And Angel comes from a dance background, and she's got all of this dance knowledge and all of this live commercial knowledge. And then Brian comes from this marketing and linguistics background. So we all have, like, when you pull, it's like, literally, it's
Bring
three
all the
heads that
right.
come together
To
that
do.
make one brilliant brain when they're formed together.
Right.
And it's what has made this show so exciting. I cannot wait to do this show on Thursday.
I know, it's
because
really
it
exciting.
literally, I feel like I said this the last time that it was the version that we wanted to present, but no, I think
This is really the.
this is the version,
This is the
and it's
one.
so fitting that we're having this as our limited run.
Right.
It's crazy that you work on something for 3 years,
Right.
and you stress yourself to figure out what are we,
Right.
who are we, what are we doing? Why are we doing this? You know, and it's crazy.
And we're at the point now that it's going to all come together, and we see like the light at the end of the tunnel. And not only in the perspective of the directing part, making sure that the cast know it, but about the product that we have. And there's just this wonderful overall ephemeral happiness and feeling of content.
I like that word,
because-
ephemeral.
Very-
Ephemeral. Sounds very, don't we sound very smart?
Linguistics major over
Yes.
here.
Yeah, well, and Brian also has another business called, he's on social media, Broadway_Buzz on Twitter, and you have quite a lot of followers these days too.
It's not as famous as Jenna, but
Yeah.
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. But
Now, so when this is done, do the three of you work on the next project, or do you? I mean, what if a Broadway show calls and says, "Hey, we'd love you to direct this, and we'd love you to help"?
Oh, absolutely.
Direct this,
I would do it in a heartbeat, but generally our process is when the show is done, we usually take a couple days just to decompress because putting it all together is highly
It's a lot.
stressful, but
Sure.
it's a wonderful type of stress. It's
Yeah.
that good working stress. We usually take a couple days and then we'll sit down with a nice big jug of Carlo Rossi or something
Yeah.
and we'll watch the show from start to finish, and we'll cringe and we'll laugh and we'll, shed tears of happiness and pride. But it's always a work in progress, and we never want to lose the flame. So we always continue to work, whether or not we have a cast, whether it's just stuff on social media, whether it's us just talking about what are the next steps. We are continually rolling down the hill to make us go faster and faster and faster. But we do make sure that we have time for ourselves, our family, our partners, our friends.
But I'm confused. So you are going to work? You already have an idea of what you're working on after this, or you don't yet?
No, I mean, this is the set show for this, so from here,
Yeah, explain that to me.
hopefully, we'll take the show to another venue. That's the
Gotcha.
hope. Is to take it from here, New York, to another city.
Be Vegas.
Los Angeles, Las Vegas.
Yeah, that's where it should go.
Atlantic City.
You know.
Keep it real.
Oh, right.
Yeah, that's where you want it to end up. Like your goal would be a city,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the goal is technically Vegas.
Vegas. Okay.
Yeah, it'd be cool, and it'd be great too to have a couple different cats. You know,
Right.
like a lot of other shows, their formula when they, if they can hit pretty big in New York, then you keep maybe a
Right.
cast here, and then you go open up in other areas, or you tour, you open up in other markets. So that'd be great for us.
But then the show leaves New York when it.
Right.
Okay, gotcha.
That's
Right. When it closes on the 17th, it will close, for however
Now I
long, and
understand.
then we'll either reopen it in the spring or we'll move to another. Who
Gotcha.
knows?
Was that hard since you all live here?
I mean, I don't really know where I live most days
Gotcha.
because I fly back and forth between New York and Los Angeles. So I'm
All
not
right,
really
yeah,
quite-
because Harold's
quite
great job.
sure.
He's a
I'm a talent
he's a
manager
talent
by
manager
day.
by day, so he's also working by coastal.
Yes.
You have to really love what you're doing to do that.
I'm like, I love entertainment. Are you kidding me? Like, I could do this. I literally do this 24/7, and I wake up every morning and I'm like, yes,
Kickball change.
this is it. This is,
You need to sleep over with.
I don't want to
Night.
do anything else. I don't. I've always wanted to be in this business, and
Right.
and I always knew that when I was done acting, that I wanted to go into being a representative and a producer.
Okay.
I wanted to help develop other actors, and I wanted to produce shows to put those actors in.
Love it.
Tracy McDowell is actually one of my clients.
Hey, aren't there more? Do we have more clients?
No, it's just Tracy in this one.
Oh, we used to have Christine
We
Dwyer.
have Christine Dwyer, who's
Another
on
Broadway
tour
star.
with Finding Neverland right now.
Nice.
That's been one of the fun things too. When we started this, even before that, Harold and I were roommates 8 years ago. It was our first apartment, in New York. It was a great time, and he was at that time acting.
I was
He was
on
an
tour.
actor. He was an actor at that point, and he always said, and we always said that, oh man, wouldn't it be great to create a show someday? And fast forward 8 years later, now it's best friends doing it, working together at this sort of level. But it's always been about the friends and friendship as well. Our first show started because we had friends coming in. And
Yeah.
they were the parts, and they were the roles because
Right.
we knew we could trust them.
Yeah.
And I think that's also helped us to grow not only the level of skill that our performers have,
Right.
but it's allowing a whole other audience to see what we're doing, and it's going to invite them, whet their appetite to come and either experience it or to be a part.
You have to experience it.
It's-
It really should. The show should really be called Rock and Roll Debauchery: The Experience. Because really, there's no. I keep hearing people go like, "What is it? What?" It is a lot of things. It is
You gotta be-
a mixture. It's like rock and roll debauchery is Eastern theater. You know, Eastern theater has moments of commedia dell'arte, moments of karate and jiu-jitsu and gymnastics and music and dance. It's got all of these different influences in it.
Can we also say bodies, because our actors have the fiercest bodies.
Oh, yeah,
I mean,
we might have a good-looking cast.
I mean,
they
yeah.
look incredible.
Is
And
your-
the band, too.
Is your audience, is it people that come, like, is your audience mostly first timers, or is it people
a
who are
mix.
sort of like a cult, like the people come like to all 4 shows?
It's become a mixture. It's become a mixture. You know, the funny thing is, and not honestly, the last 3 shows, we've really got a lot of people who have never seen it. They just happen to see it either on social media or someplace where we had a press release, and we're like, well, that sounds cool. And then it ends, and they're like, oh my God, when are you doing this again? We have to bring all of our friends.
I love it.
So it's been, you know,
love
it's
it.
the word of mouth is you know, is really getting out there, and that's why I said it's like it is the experience. You
Yeah.
have to come in and experience it,
Okay.
because when you experience it, you're gonna go out and you're gonna tell your friends
Yeah, yeah.
that this is amazing. You know.
Do you remember in the 80s they used to have these commercials for Broadway shows, and the way they would do a commercial is somebody would walk outside the theater and be like, I love that. I've seen it 6 times and I would see it a 7th
Grand
time.
Hotel.
Right?
You can find the one for the Grand Hotel on YouTube. There is this woman. It is.
What is with this Grand
Right.
Hotel? My daughter's been doing this Grand Hotel Lego set. This is what we were working on Saturday.
Oh, I don't know about that.
I don't know about
But
that.
there's a musical called The Grand Hotel.
And there's this woman that I've seen it 6 times.
Yeah.
It's the best thing I've ever seen. It's like
But
over
remember
and
they used to
over.
do that for
Yes.
us. It would be
Oh my
like,
God, my
"When you
favorite
do
one
the
was for
show."
cats.
Cats.
Yeah.
It was the reason why, you know, the woman came with memories.
Yes, and they come outside.
It was
sometimes they'll
so
sing,
good.
I laughed,
And then
I
you see like the
cried,
cats
I
all
laughed
going
again.
My
Then they say
absolute
something like,
favorite.
oh, I brought my husband, I dragged him, he didn't want to go. And then he looks and he goes, I actually loved it. He loved it. He loved it. And then you're like, go check listens or listings or whatever it is. That's what I feel like you could do with
Well, how about this?
You
How
could be
about
that
you come to
guy.
opening night on Thursday and
And
we'll
do it on
film it
social
together.
media.
How's that sound?
Okay.
Yes. I'll be that
Some
guy.
likes or some hearts or anything like that.
I like that. That's
Yes.
fantastic.
Bueller, anyone?
You guys are fantastic. I'm really excited. More so than even I was all afternoon to actually
Oh, cool.
check this out and see it. And you guys, how do you not want to see the show? All we've been doing is teasing, whetting your appetite for the
Yes.
last 3
But
hours.
you know what? They're only going to see if they get tickets.
Yeah, how
Right.
do you get tickets?
rnrd.eventbrite.com.
Slower.
That's rnrd.eventbrite.com.
What they said.
And also,
Yeah.
for your followers, we're going to give away a pair of tickets as well. So,
Yes.
Amazing.
So actually, can we do this as like a retweet thing? So
Absolutely.
put it up and
Yeah, absolutely. So if you
we'll
guys
send
are
us
seeing
the
this-
link. Send me the link, and we'll put up a retweet contest. Whoever retweets will.
that sounds great.
You got it.
Cool.
Yeah, your
Yeah.
followers
Yeah,
get a
I didn't
pair
get
of
any of
tickets.
all that stuff, but I just know how to talk to you.
And you know
That's all
what?
that.
Now, so earlier I did hear that we know that you're in fitness and you have a fantastic body.
Oh,
But
no,
we
I'm
would
all
love
right.
to send your crew, you and your crew, can we announce
Some
our
swag
merch?
bags?
A
Yeah.
swag bag. For the first time, we're actually getting Rock and Roll Debauchery merch.
We have
and we have
merchandise.
ladies tank tops.
Amazing.
And
Connie, you're gonna look great in the
unisex,
ladies' tank top.
Oh no, the men's t-shirts are really amazing.
And yeah,
They,
organic
they
t-shirts.
fit the body really
And
nicely.
unisex.
I
Oh.
love it. You gotta say organic.
Yes, they're organic. They're organic cotton.
Unisex.
I love it.
So we'll send you. I mean, you have a fantastic body. You look great in one of the t-shirts. Just say
I'm in.
tanks,
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
Work out in it.
I'm in.
We'll send it to you, a little smart friend.
Amazing. I love it, you guys. This is really great. Are you
Yeah.
excited? You nervous? You
Oh,
anxious?
God,
All three.
so
Yeah.
excited.
I'm just at the point where, you know, I think we all have so many things going on. We have so much caffeine in our systems.
Yeah.
We've been sleeping so little.
Yeah.
You know, there's the anxiousness about, you know, ticket sales and making sure that all the lights are correct and that the band has all the sound that they need and the dancers have all the space, etc.
Right.
And you can either harbor that and let it grow to the point that you get so frustrated with everything.
Or you
that
feed off of it.
you feed off it. That's the exact name. We're feeding off of it, but we're also feeding off the passion, the love, because the Power of Three, I mean, we've been together doing this for 3 years now, and we're so tight with each other. We work so well together, and if any of us has a moment of, you know, freak out, The other two are there right away.
We can just get a look from from the three of us. Like, I know by a look, like, you know what, I got this, and I'll step in and we cover each other.
But we're really excited is what it comes down to. And we're really excited for all of you guys to see it as well. And I really hope that you guys can come. Opening night is this Thursday. Oh my God, it's in 2 days.
R&R
Eventbrite.com.
Yeah.
rnrd.eventbrite.com.
It's going to be so fun.
Get tickets this Thursday night, opening night here in New York City.
As well, she'll be there.
And then we have
And
3
meet us.
additional dates just in case you can't make this Thursday.
Yeah, we got a
The
couple
next
other
4
dates, limited
Thursdays.
run.
It's every Thursday next
Every
week.
Thursday until November 17th.
Rock and roll debauchery.
It's during the
Debauchery.
Jenna, it's during the diet. Just an opportunity to plug the diet.
Oh yes, Lance is like the king of non sequiturs, but yes, we're doing a diet because these guys care. Hold on a second while they care so much for the next month. Ooh, tell me all about it.
I love to. I'm on a
He's on a cleanser.
Yeah, so that's what we're doing.
Green things.
We're on it, yeah.
Thing.
Yeah, so we're all on it.
Oh my
All our
gosh.
people and us and Lance and Connor. It's,
Oh, that's
it's 30
great.
days of no dairy, no legumes, no grains, no alcohol, no sugar,
Oh.
and 1 ingredient foods with everything. And then bust it out in the gym. These guys have taken the gym part of it out of it, but I haven't.
I golf.
He golfs.
that's
So
good.
there you go.
Oh, that's amazing.
I have
Can
that
I
kind of
ask,
body.
because
Yeah.
you're a mom of 2.
I'm a
Do
mom of
you
2.
Do you have like a burst of energy? Is this helping with just like getting through the day, being
No,
tired?
I have no energy.
No,
I'm
she's
exhausted.
angrier. She's angrier than she's ever been.
I'm angry. I'm more of a bitch than I've ever been.
I want to
I'm
You're hungry.
Yeah.
You're hangry.
No,
I
I'm
feel
stangry. Like
if
I'm
you're-
starving.
Yeah, and if you're cutting out the booze, then
Yeah.
you know, I feel like you're so energetic.
No.
I can do that
I
right.
tried to do that in the beginning of my health diet thing. You know, I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna cut out the booze, and then
Didn't work.
it just, you know, it
No, but you
just.
can't because you calling it a diet. We're just doing this for 30 days. It's a meal plan. It's going to be fantastic. We're all
Good for
awesome.
you.
Although
We're on the meal plan right now as
Inspiration.
well. It's called Wine with Every Meal.
ours is just called
Helping us
whining
out.
with everything.
But if you are
That's
if you are interested in dieting, in all seriousness, when I met Jenna, like I started working with Jenna at the beginning of the year, she wrote a diet book called Thinner in 30.
And Lance lost.
Look-
Thinner at 30.
Thinner in 30. It's like 30 days,
Bam.
and I lost 35
Are
pounds.
you
That is
serious?
results.
Congratulations.
And I didn't even think I was dieting. Like, it was the most bizarre.
You were such a
Look
good
at that.
promoter of my book.
You, yes.
No, but it was like reality. Like
Where's
that's
my
really
phone?
what happened.
Is this available on the app? In the,
See,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy that book. I'm going to buy that book.
I told you I'm a studier. I read
I know.
We should put a link to the book in our because one thing that we're trying to do is we're currently seeking an organization that we can partner with the Breast Cancer Foundation to try to have some sort of partnership, because Michelle Maisie is coming back. She's still in remission, but she's going to come back, so we figure it's a great way to tie
Awesome.
in how we started.
Smart.
But health, we always also at the end of our shows, usually one of us gives a speech, and we always dedicate our shows to friends like Michelle that are remission, or our friends that are not healthy enough to be with us. So in promoting health, I say we put a link to your book in our program.
Yeah,
So
why
I
not?
think
I would love that.
the
Let's
book
do it.
in there.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you guys.
Yeah.
Awesome. Can we, will you keep in touch with us, and we'll continue to, we're going to do this a lot, and this is the first one we did, and we're
Yeah.
all in, and we love you guys, and we
Yeah.
want to just help you and help you help us.
Yes, thank you.
Absolutely.
And you guys are going to get to meet some more of our fabulous
Yeah, we
guys.
still have another.
Meet cast
We've,
members.
we've got the
Sexy dancing.
fabulous, sultry, amazing Sarah Bowden here.
Sarah Bowden.
She's going to come in right after we skate out of here.
Beautiful.
And
probably
Pascal
along with
Pastrana
Pascal
and we have Michael
Nice,
McCrary.
nice, nice.
Guys, these people
All
are
right.
absolutely not only incredible dancers and incredible singers, they're just incredible humans as well. And
I
we're so
love
happy to
incredible
have them.
humans.
We
I'm
do
pro-human.
Yeah, no, we don't work
yes.
with any. We don't work with any mean people.
No,
Anti-mean
no.
people.
Life is too long. You know, it's one of my mottos as a manager that if you're mean and nasty, I just can't.
Yeah, I
I
love
can't.
it.
We work too hard.
I know. What's
And
the
I
time?
just like, who's got that time? I'm not interested.
All right, that's what we're going to do. We're going to take a
Excellent.
break, and
Great
we'll be
job.
right back.
Guys, thank you again so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We have these cameras on live. Let's just take pictures.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
And then I'm going to make this coffee and have a sip.
I'm
All
ready
that
for my-
talk and coffee.
Ready for your close-up?
I'm
Mr.
ready for
Don?
my
This
close-up.
right here. This is cute.
Hi, Gary.
This is definitely almond milk, right,
I'll
buddy?
get Jenna in. Yeah, she's
Yes.
she's off having a vacation.
Okay.
By the way, the bathroom here We have. I almost want to go. I almost want to take the camera to the bathroom.
Oh, because of the lighting.
No, they have like the men's room, ladies' room thing. They figured it out. It's like,
Oh, isn't that cool?
Oh.
The
yeah,
unisex thing.
like, it's like a unisex bathroom. It's like it's the way bathrooms are going to happen for the next 100
I
years.
went to the bathroom. I don't even know what you're talking
Oh
about.
no. You went to the single stalls.
Yeah.
You have to go downstairs.
Yeah, the
Oh,
downstairs
yeah,
is
you
completely
can-
flipped. And the lighting is amazing. I love the lighting in there.
You want me to take?
Yeah, you can take one as well.
Alright, cool.
Smile
Oh,
first.
sweet.
Smile, Jenna. This is Ryan's camera, so you might try. All right. And if you don't mind, can we take like individual pictures?
Sure.
Yes. Okay.
Sure.
All right, Angel, why don't you go first?
Alright. I'm just chilling on the stairs. Yeah, okay, great.
Is that in your way?
No, I was gonna take with you. You see what happened? You see what happened?
Brian's really kidding this way.
1, 2. Great.
Smile.
Thank you.
Well, thank you. Thanks
So
again
nice
so much to meet you. Thank you.
Awesome. You guys are great.
I think it would be great to probably, also for time because we have more people, should they do the three events?
We'll have them all come.
Three in the
Yeah,
ensemble?
exactly.
That'd be great, okay. I'm gonna put in order.
Oh, smile. Sorry. Smile, Jenna.
I smiled.
I wasn't sure if you were smiling. Smile.
Bye, guy.
You're awesome. Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys are great.
I don't know what I want to do. That's weird. Normally I'm like, I want this.
Staying great.
Smile.
Yeah. Oh, then,
Perfect.
Thank you so much.
Awesome.
I can't wait.
oh wow, looks so great in the background.
Do you think you'll be able to come out Thursday?
I'd like to. I have a few things I have to move
Jenna,
around.
you ready?
That's what I want. Let's see it.
Here we
Lance.
go. Lance, this is your moment.
Yeah, this is my moment. You're
Do,
catching.
do, do, do,
Dude, you're
do.
catching.
Wait, you know the best thing to do if you're just.
I don't know. Oh, you're gonna. Oh, you can do this. 1 second.
Well, no, just
Let's
for
get
like-
her on camera.
Well, no, it's just.
No, wait,
it's
no,
just
please,
super-
Look, you
seriously.
got, do your
Like-
spin. Do your
like-
spin.
Spin.
Do your
Wait,
spin.
wait,
It's
wait,
amazing.
wait, well, let's get the
Because
camera on.
You
Come
guys
on.
can learn this super easy. So
I-
you just, I learned this from our aerial choreographer of the show.
1 second.
So-
Wait.
Okay.
wait. I gotta
It's so
catch
easy. You guys all will have to try it, and it's so easy, and it looks cool.
Go.
Okay. So I learned this from Jen James, our aerial choreographer. It's super simple, but it takes a lot of power, and it's a good workout. So all you do is grab the hoop, because you feel like I saw you were going for it, and you wanted to swing, but that's actually harder. So you grab.
You saw me going for
I
it?
said, well, it looked like you were gonna like fly, like
I was
trapeze.
stretching.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go for it.
No, no.
Jenna is
Okay.
in love with the
I
trapeze.
know, well, you guys have to try it. You have
Jenna
to
has
try
the
this.
world's
Okay.
greatest trapeze story,
You
by
do
the way.
opposite hands, right? Opposite hands, grab it, twist. Now all I'm gonna do is bend my right leg forward and bend my
You're
back leg
right.
forward, okay? Like this. Boom, boom. Okay, ready? Wind up, twist, twist, and go. And back. That's out.
Oh, beautiful.
Ta-da.
That's so beautiful. That's just gorgeous. Showing off. I don't want to show off no more.
Ta-da. And that's my little hoop spin.
Wait, I'm very confused. There's a part of what I was doing that led you to think that
Well, I
was
saw you go like this. I thought you were
And now,
like-
Lance, it's your
I'm like,
turn.
what
I thought you
planet?
were gearing to go for a big swing.
Yeah.
All right, Jenna, you gotta try just this.
Jenna,
All
you
gotta
could do that.
Is just this, just the spin.
Just like in her-
You can just
how
put
old
your
are you,
knees
30?
up. You can put your knees up.
I'll throw up.
I'm 35.
Ain't no shame.
35.
There you go.
No shit. Yeah. You'll
How about
it
a
feels
one-handed
good
pull-up?
too. You stretch too. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, and that's it. That's a wrap for the producers. That's it. That's all. That's all.
We're good.
Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba-da. That's all, folks.
Always my fans. Here we go. Ready? 1,
Yep.
2.
And then just bend your knees. Yep. Turn. Bend. Yep.
See, I'm
That's
not
it.
going
Now
nearly
put your
that.
head back. Put your
Oh,
head
I'm gonna throw up.
back. Oh I forgot to tell you about the Disney part. And we made Genesis.
How was that?
Awesome.
I'm still confused about what
They thought you were doing.
what they thought how that I brought that all to come on.
All right, I am going to
We'll take a break.
take a quick break
I see.
to regain my composure.
Oh,
Well, no, I don't know if I remember.
this is not live.